Hi, it's Linda. Welcome to the Daily Dose, where we talk about the energy that's moving through all of us right now and we make it useful for real life. No fancy language, just plain talk and real life. In our last chat, we met the She Tells the Story energy and we talked about what this energy is really about. So today we meet the Miss Cranky Pants side of the She Tells the Story energy. Let's get started. Miss Cranky here has lost the thread, and without the thread, the story goes nowhere. Right now, we're all in an energy of telling stories. Some of us have constant access to this energy, which means you're wired to tell stories, not as a hobby, not as a skill you picked up somewhere along the way. It's just how you think. It's how you teach. It's how you connect. When it's working, people lean in, something shifts in the room, and what started as a casual conversation turns into something people could carry with them for years. But Cranky Pants here is chasing the stimulation for its own sake. New experiences, new ideas, new stories, always reaching for the next thing, new. And then somewhere in all of that reaching, the thread of what really matters gets lost. The stories get entertaining, but they stop being illuminating. People are engaged, but they're not changed because the story ended up being about the telling of the story instead of the truth sitting inside the story. This is the forgetting. Getting so caught up in the richness of the experience, the color of the detail, the emotional charge of telling it, that the actual point, the thing the story was supposed to land, slips right on past everyone before they can catch it. There's also the version where the story starts drifting from what actually happened into something more. The details get a little more vivid every time it's told. What started as your story slowly turns into a composite where your own experience gets woven together with somebody else's until the emotional truth is still there, but the literal facts have shifted. It's not exactly lying, but it can chip away at the trust that made people want to listen to you in the first place. In class, when I was teaching, there were times I got lost in telling the story, often because I lost focus on why I was freaking telling the story. I learned to anchor in to the reason for sharing the story, or I would lose focus and end up going in circles. So here's a question that helps you know when you're in the Cranky Pants territory. Did I have something important to say and somehow end up here instead? Only you know the honest answer. In our next chat, we look at what the She Tells the Story energy looks like in everyday life when it's working the way it's supposed to. I wouldn't miss it. I hope you don't. Press subscribe so you don't miss any. Thank you so much for being here. Find your happy. Love what you do. Go make a difference and come on back to me safely. See ya.